That was 8 o'clock. We just made it to Kingston. Big ol' accident on the 401. So we were up at 5 o'clock. Picked up my brother, and we're heading to Ukraine. Yeah, we're going to Ukraine. We go fight. No, we're going to I don't know, somewhere near Oshawa. We're still another, what, 200 kilometers? Yeah. We're getting all them B trains lined up. We're getting off. They're telling us to get off, so we'll have to see what's going on. Gonna make an Andy Long video today. Grabbing some fuel. Where are we? I don't know. 153 a liter. Fucking retarded. Made it to the lot. Just checking it out. First impressions, not so impressed. Devin's gonna take it for a spin. It's a little smaller than we thought. Try the brakes, try everything. Pull the forks in. Ah, that double stick there. I can't believe it has a double stick. So, first impressions, not so crazy. All right, so it's the next day. Yesterday was a complete total waste of time. We drove 10 hours total to go look at this telehandler, and it wasn't even close to what the pictures were showing. I took a couple pictures of underneath, but it's hard to really see. But it's rusty. It looked like it had thousands of hours more than it claimed. It said he had 2,000 hours. I know they can fuck with the computers nowadays with those, so it was just a base model too, an older base model. It was a 2016, but it still had mechanical joysticks for the controls, and they're dual joysticks. So you had one joystick for curling and dumping the bucket, and one joystick for lifting and lowering it. But they're all inverted. So normally to curl you would want to pull it, but this one you push. I was just like, oh god. Gonna get into the tractor from a joystick and go to that for 70,000. I was like, no way. This thing's worth maybe 40 or 50,000, but certainly not worth 70. So we passed on it. They also had no AC. I was like, it's great for England when it's not hot, but we get 40 degrees. I don't want that. And it was just a very questionable piece of machinery. Just wondering why. There's a lot of unanswered questions, and it was just sketchy. Nope, we don't need any more sketchy equipment. We have enough, so we passed on it. And we drove home, and we got home around 5. There is nothing much in between us and Toronto, so pretty boring. And hopefully today we'll get some stuff done and actually make a good video, because yesterday was not worth videoing. So Gonna make the baby his milk. Skipped showing you guys morning chores. Pretty wet out there. Just brought this in. We just talked with the dealer. We're gonna see if we can get some warranty on these parts. I called for a steering rack. It's about 500 bucks. And we're just gonna have to get at it because this is we can't use it anymore really. It's good and stripped. So it's fortunately it's not too big of a deal to get out. It's like 4 bolts. I just have to clean it and make sure it's not so wet when we get in there. And maybe they're gonna pay for the parts, but the parts aren't that expensive. So should be a quick fix. It's just basically a spline on a U-joint that pulls off, and then you can unbolt it and take off the steering rods, and should come out no problem. So we had a lot of rain last night. The rain gauge was not set up, unfortunately. We thought it was gonna freeze, so we flipped it up. And yeah, so we got I think some shop projects today. We got to build some gates for our wintering site. I went priced out an 18-foot like page wire gate, and it was 450 bucks. So I said, okay, we can build them for like 200 bucks. I think it's I think this is 2-inch angle iron. It's a little bit big, or 2-inch tubing. I want to use. Is this thick walled? I don't know. No, it's not. Maybe we'll use that. I don't know. So we gotta go take measurements and kind of plan our day out. Got Carlos making a gate. So we're gonna be using this small mesh. We had some bigger stuff, but it's too short. This is 4 feet, so it's going to be 15 foot, 4 feet gate. 15 by 4. No bueno, Carlos. Oh yeah, some wind gusts. It's too windy to be working. It's gonna be dangerous to work, so we gotta go inside. Gotta have a nice long lunch break. Far too dangerous to be outside. All right, we're building this gate. My brother made the frame. I just put the mesh on. We tightened it. Well, obviously up to here. Now we're welding washers on to pull the wire down, hold it in spot. Not ideal, not super tight, but be all right. It just takes a long time to make a gate. It's pretty light though, even though it's out of 2-inch tubing. I just tied it at the end here, and then we're gonna put all our washers down to about here, obviously, then release the pressure, and then tighten the rest and redo that. We should just use hard mesh like wire or cement mesh. I think that'd be the best. So here I go. That's what we've been doing. Weldy weldy. Yeah, I can't do this one one hand. I just finished in the shop on that gate. It's not worth showing anybody. So I had to fix the mortar on my well project the other day. I fixed it, and now look at this. We got water. So this is a complete gravity fed, continuous flowing water trough for cattle. So we're gonna put a lid on this. We might put a lid on it. We'll have a little cutout, and that's the idea. With this continuous flow, it will not freeze because of the movement. Maybe an insulated cover might help, but given this rate of flow, it's pretty good. It would probably be, it's hard to calculate. It's a 4-inch pipe, so it's flowing pretty good. So the cows can just walk up here. We got, hard to see, but we got electric wire. I wanted to do page wire, it just wasn't in the budget, and didn't have the time to do it, but I really want to do page wire, the whole thing. I actually calculated it's about $1,200 or $1,500 for all the wires, so I think eventually we're going to do that. Maybe just do it on the outside and leave the electric or something, I don't know. I got to put strainer posts in though if I'm going to do page wire. So we have an alley, they can come up here. We got to move this rock, we got to put some, I think I'm going to put down some nice rock, back fill it somewhat, and we got to board this up. I kind of wanted to put a gate here just so I can access this if I have to, but that's the whole idea between this. You don't have to touch it, you don't have to worry about it, you don't have to, when the gravity stops working, then it's, you know, then there's a problem, but that is physically impossible. So water, maybe lack of water, blockage in pipes, unexpected leaks. I don't know. The cows are not going to destroy this. But maybe they're going to fall in it. No, there's no way you can fall. I'm going to make a proper lid. It's going to be backfilled. They can't move it. So that's what I kind of wanted this whole time, was a headache-free, maintenance-free water system that does not require any electricity. Zero. If this works, man, they're gonna be everywhere on the farm. That's where I'm gonna put these things everywhere. This is so cool. I learned my mistakes though. So non-perforated tile drain is perfect because it's cheap and you can get a wicked flow out of 4 inches, which is good. So that's good for carrying it distances. But when you're coming up, I would go with like a light duty PVC, white PVC. Just match it up and then you can work from there, because it's a lot easier to work with PVC if rather than flexible kind of piping. So, and I would use new culverts, not cement. I'd use plastic. They don't have to be this wide. 30-inch I think you'd be fine with, and even smaller maybe would be even better. Just to go, I would go deeper, much deeper, so you have that thermodynamic or that thermal. I don't know. The water holds somewhat of temperature, so you have that kind of insulation. Somewhat, it's kind of like a lake. You know, it takes a long time for a lake to freeze compared to all the other things. So yeah, that's what I would do, but I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll have to see it with some cows in it. So it's the next day. It's Saturday, November, I want to say 2nd. We're already in November. Holy God, that went quick. Where'd May go? It's just, the whole summer flew by. We've been so busy, got so much done this year, or this summer. Now we're just enjoying our nice view that we have here. Cows on pasture with their calves. Calves are running around. Lots of feed. Looks like a lot of happy calves. Hard to find them all, but they're there. Our main concern is over there, that heifer that we had brought into the barn a couple days ago. He's all good. So we had about 30 mils of rain in the past couple of days. It got a little wet again, but I'm hoping it's gonna freeze up. That would be ideal. It's 2 degrees this morning. We've got more rain though coming in the forecast, so a couple more shots at 5 to 10. Try not to wreck our hay fields. That's what our goal is. Get everybody fed, keep all the guys clean, all the calves cows, keep them all out of the mud, but still feed them. So we're pretty good though. We're spread out, kind of what we want. We dove head first into this alfalfa section. I thought we're gonna have trouble with alfalfa. We would have already had it, so I think we're kind of safe. And so far so good. We're a day into it and no one's showing any signs of bloat. This old girl here, she's getting ready to calf again, eh? For the, oh God, we bought you in, I don't know, the 2015 or 2016, and she was already old then. I don't know how old this fucking cow is, but she's getting ready. She's gonna calf again. She's bagging up. There's about 3, well, 2 for sure I know are gonna calf. And there's a couple younger cows that are in heat, so they're done. They're toast. We're not keeping that. You're 3 years old and you can't get bred. Off you go. Sorry. So we're gonna have to sort those out once we bring everybody in for vaccinations. What about that? Oh, when they're 3 months old, we gotta start vaccinating the calves. We gotta tag them. So then we'll kind of section them off, see what we have and what we don't have. Looking for some empty bags, and then we'll make a decision if we keep them or we ship them. But we're keeping 16 replacement heifers. I sectioned out the other day, so we got a fair bit on the way. We're gonna do a good sweep because we got a fair bit of old cows that are kind of creeping up on us. We didn't realize. We don't want to keep 12-year-old cows. They're good, but they're high risk of not, performing. So I want to keep that age. I want to keep that average age low. 5, 6 average age. That's nice. You don't want too young or too old. So I don't know what our average age is. It would be nice to know, but records come and go, and tags get changed, and tags get lost, and there's no branding, so we're gonna have to start branding, I think. Dry ice branding, just a letter of the year they were born. So M would be this year, but obviously we just got to start with we're not gonna do all the cows because it's not worth it, first of all, and you can't really do it accurately. So we're gonna just do the replacement heifers, start with them. We're gonna start introducing magnets in all their rumens, so we don't get any hardware. We're thinking majority of what we've been having is hardware. We thought it was Johne's disease, but it's very, very similar to hardware disease. Not just their metal, and the metal in the gut just starts moving around, and then it pokes, and then they go downhill and they're dead in like a day or two. We noticed that they get really skinny, and I was like, oh, that's Johne's, but they're not shitting thin or anything. So it's this little pickle here, man. I got a hole in the culvert here. A little hard with the car. So yeah, we're gonna try doing that with heifers, magnets, branding, dry ice branding for the letter of the year they were born. And in 15, 20 years, we're gonna have all but good cows, and kind of an easy record system, paperless record system. Just look at that, she's old, get her out of here. And so we overlap our lettering, and that could be possible. I don't know how far. It's like, oh, was it L from 20 years ago or L from this year? I had to look at more of the lettering system, but I don't think it can overlap that far. At least 20 years, come on. We're pretty certain we have a 24-year-old cow, but we have to double check.